The category is me. Yes. Okay. One thing I'm enjoying about the show is that the show is definitely it seems to listen to whatever the people respond to. Because first season they had a moment. They had the whole AIDS cabaret, and when Billy Porter and MJ Rodriguez turned it out, and same thing for this one. This was the AIDS cabaret episode. Very good episode. But as always on most things, when it comes to these reviews, I definitely have my critiques. So we're gonna get into it and things. Okay. So the episode started off with a ball scene. Praytell, he is, reading and giving the girls the category. I forgot what the category was. And, you could tell that Praytell is a little flustered up there. You could tell he's a little hot, darling. And, he was sweating and stuff, but I guess didn't nobody pay no attention. It was just like, oh, it's just hot, whatever. So he up there reading the categories, child. And then all of a sudden, the room started spinning. He ended up passing out. Charlie took her to the hospital. The doctors were saying, this could possibly be some kind of reaction to the AZT pills that Blanca gave him. And, Nurse Judy suggested both him and Blanca take. That was the only kind of medicine they had back then for HIV or AIDS. And that was the best thing that they could take to, possibly sustain their life. And so, y'all know Praytell. I'm trying not to sneeze, y'all. Praytell, he is very stubborn and pig-headed, and he's grown, and there's not much that you can tell a person that is older than you, that they've been through probably a little bit more than you. So Judy and Blanca is in there trying to hold his hand and talk to him, and he was just like, yeah, he was like, the doctor was like, look, I know that you have HIV, but this thing here, this is something different. They said it's basically, like I just said, a reaction to the pills, they think. So Praytell, he was upset. He got mad. He was just like, I'm so tired of this. This thing is eating away at my body. I'm so tired of having this disease. I'm just over it. He got upset. He told them to get the F out the room. Blanca, she was, crying and walked out. And then all of a sudden we see Praytell. He goes into another room where it's this other guy in there. And, Praytell was just like, you look familiar. Do I know you? The guy was just like, I don't think you do. And he talked about, his job and him being college educated, etc. And Praytell was just like, oh, you was a posh queen. And he was just like, I'm an educated black man. I am nobody's queen. I was like, ooh. Get him. We have those as well. They just want to separate themselves completely, 100%. I was just like, child, he didn't mean no harm by saying that, sir. But I mean, at the same time, I do get it. I mean, some people are not with all the clickety clackety, the gay lingo, etc., etc. Some people it's just who they are and who they are. So Praytell respected it, etc. Now throughout this episode, Praytell was going in and out of dreams and hallucinating and things. I think that he was having dreams, though. That's what I think. Was he having dreams? Yeah. So let me see. So the first one we had was with his little roommate buddy. The roommate buddy, he started shaking and stuff. Praytell, he got up. He was just like, oh my gosh, come help him. The doctors then was just like, oh my gosh, he's having a heart attack, and they stuck him with something, and it was just a whole mess. Praytell was just like, oh my gosh, you're hurting him. It was just a whole mess. He even had a scene where he got up and the lights had went off, and they had to come in there and put him back to bed, and he was just going in and out of it. It was crazy. So then, child, let me see. So, don't we just go straight on Praytell or bounce to Blanca? I could do Blanca. Okay, so Blanca, she had a scene when she was at her salon, her nail salon, and then Sis came in. The landlord, Miss Frederica, child. She came in. She on this nasty blazer. It was rainbow colored. It was fierce. For you not to like the gays, you love wearing all this colorful clothing, ma'am. But she came up in there. She would say, "Oh, I see you got your little gay ass sign outside, talking about a gay cabaret and all this kind of stuff." Blanca was just like, yeah, whatever. She was just like, "Oh, I love the gays too. Just because I found my husband with one don't mean I don't like the gays." Blanca was just like, She was just like, I done lost cousins and family members, etc. She was just like, she loves gays, she just don't like the virus. And I was just like, what a silly statement to make, to automatically think that just because you're gay or of the LGBT experience that you have the virus. I was just like, God. And really back then, they really did think that only gay people carried the virus. And still to this day, a lot of people think that the only way that you can get HIV or AIDS is through gay sex. Still. Child, some shit ain't gonna never change, I tell you. She was just like, what? I'm thinking about giving old nasty donation, child. I give a donation. She handed Blanca $20 whole. I was just like, come on, sis, a $20 bill. Blanca was just like, no, you didn't. She was like, yes, I did. She was just like, what? I'll hang your little poster back out there or whatever. Because, you won't be in business long. Then she gonna snatch the $20 bill back. I would have slapped that lady down to the ground. Well, Blanca is a Christian woman. Child, a little later on, Blanca and Judy, but mainly Blanca, she's putting together this whole AIDS cabaret thing. And this was something that Praytell was going to do. But Praytell is sick in the hospital. So, we have the rest of the Evangelistas, Damon, Angel, and Ricky. No, Damon, Angel, and Poppy. They are making noise, just being kids, being annoying. Blanca was just like, if y'all don't settle down right now, she cussed them out. She was just like, this is ridiculous. Like, I'm trying all I can. I got dyslexia. My feet hurt. I got the gout. She was just like, y'all really need to chill out. And it was just like, oh, we're sorry. Angel had a scene with Blanca, and she finally revealed why, she is so upset and I guess stressed out and constantly thinking about Praytell. She feels like it's her fault because she was the one that offered the AZT pills to Praytell. So she feels like this is partly her fault as to why he's in the hospital. Angel was just like, no, you take them too, and you was just doing what you thought was best. That's all we got right now. It is what it is. I was just like, oh. So, going back to Praytell, Praytell was laying up in the hospital bed, and all of a sudden we see all these flowers around him. And he read one letter in the flower, and it says, hey, this is Candy, bitch. Hurry up and die so that you can join me in hell. I'm lonely. Love you, XO. Then he read another letter off the flower, and that was just said, die, bitch, XO Candy. So then he pulled his curtain back, child, and there was Miss Candy. Miss Candy Ferocity, formerly Candy Abundance, and in real life, Angelica Ross. When I tell you sis was snatched, she had on her gold go-go dress, looking like Diana Ross the boss. I was just like, come through, Miss Candy. She had a cigarette. It was just a whole mess. Oh, she looked so good. Child, Candy ended up talking to Praytell. She was just like, yeah, child, I'm enjoying myself. I'm learning how to dance by Alvin Ailey, child. She was just like, I'm getting my hair done by the best. I'm getting my nails done. I'm looking real good. And he was just like, really, that's how it is? And she was just like, it's what you make it. She was just like, I choose to be around the people that can understand me. And Praytell put two and two together. He was just like, well, everybody that you named passed away from AIDS. He was like, Candy, did you have AIDS? And she was just like, yeah, I had it. But, it's something that I didn't really talk about because people treat you differently when they find out you have the virus. And that is so true. So true, Michelle. People treat you differently about a lot of stuff. I was just like, wow. And that really goes to show the strength of Miss Candy. The fact that we didn't even know this whole time that she had the virus. And sis kept it together the entire time. We had no idea. I was just like, wow. So Candy, she's, talking to Praytell, and I was just trying to figure out, well, why is she back? We happy to see her, but why is she back? And she tells Praytell how fabulous it is on the other side, and you're gonna enjoy it. All you gotta do is take these pills. And she dropped all these pills in Praytell's hand, and he was thinking about it, and then he threw them down. And I'm just like, so they brought Candy back. First of all, like, why is she a villain in death? They already portrayed her as a villain when she was alive, but it's like she done confessed her sins. She done talked to her parents. I thought she went to heaven, but I found out that Miss Candy apparently done went to hell, or at least she's a negative spirit. I'm like, well, how was you negative in the afterlife? I mean, obviously, that can happen, but I'm like, why? Like, why did they, still, she's still seen as a negative thing, and it just, that is my one gripe. Is that my only issue with the show? I think so. That's my one gripe with this show. I love this show. This is probably one of my favorite shows ever in time. Definitely in the top 5 favorite shows of all time. Already, right? I love this show. But I'm so tired of even this show and other shows always portraying the dark-skinned female in an aggressive, negative, mean, bully, manipulative, jealous, insecure, uneducated, ratchet, ghetto type of way. I'm so tired. Like, oh my god. You know how your nose just be running. But yeah, I'm so, like, and I try not to think too deep into it, but it is deep because we see it all the time. It's just like, God. It's like, why couldn't y'all bring her back and then have her to be some, I guess it's just not her character though. I was going to say have her to come back and be like some kind of saving grace, or maybe Praytell's guardian angel or some foolishness. And I guess that wouldn't fit the role of Candy, right? But still, it's just like, how is you back, but you still up to some foolishness? I was just like, Lord. So she's trying to make Praytell commit suicide so he can go to hell with her. What kind of shit is that? So anyway, he ended up throwing the pills down. Candy left. So then all of a sudden we hear humming. And the humming was coming from this black dude was sitting on his bed. We find out that is Praytell's stepfather. And he was just like, why are you humming? He was just like, I always hum. And he was like, yeah. And then you call me, and then, you come into my room and molest me. He was apparently molested by his stepfather. He said that his mama was desperate and lonely, once the dad left or they got a divorce, his biological father. So then she ended up marrying this predator. Say he used to sleep with him, sneak in his bed when he was 12 years old and all kind of craziness. Then the daddy gonna say, you seduced me. Praytell was like, I was 12 years old. Are you serious? My God. So deep. Side note. Is Praytell winning an Emmy, or did he win an Emmy? I've just been seeing some things. I haven't researched it yet, so I don't know. Praytell definitely deserves an Emmy. This show definitely deserves an Emmy. So many good characters, I tell you. But he was just like, I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you. So we get the two negative spirits out the way. So then we have the positive spirits, which is y'all remember Constance. He was in the hospital with him season 1, his longtime boyfriend. So you could just totally tell the difference. Once again, you got two black people that's in a negative light, and then here comes this white man or Latina man, and here comes all the gods and the angels are singing in the sky and all this kind of stuff, and the light gets bright. I was just like, oh girl, please do better, y'all. This is the one thing, like, my God, just have a balance. If you got some dark skinned ones that ain't shit, get some dark skinned ones that is. If you got some light skinned ones that ain't shit, get some light. And people argue, oh, well, Lulu was a villain too, not like Candy. We already and Lulu was in Candy's shadow. We all saw that. Candy spoke up first. Candy was the most aggressive. Candy talked the most. A lot of times Lulu wouldn't even say nothing. Lulu would just go along with whatever Candy did. So it's just like, and automatically, either way, even if Lulu was the bigger bitch than Candy, Candy would still be seen as the villain. So, we just need to do better when it comes to those kind of things. For sure. So anyway, Constance, he is talking to Praytell. He was just like, you got to get out there. There's people out there waiting for you to sing. Mind you, he's still dreaming at this point. He was just like, child, what are you talking about? And it was just like, well, you got to go. So all of a sudden we see Praytell, child. Praytell done switched outfits, child. He had this beautiful gray, was a silver suit with the top hat and this train, child. This long train. Now, it looked like a bunch of foolishness in the back of it. Now, it looked like that tablecloth with all the dishes and everything that Elektra yanked off at the House of Ferocity. It looked like a bunch of Christmas ornaments on the end. It really did. I didn't care. I loved the train, but I didn't like the end of the train. There's a bunch of foolishness going on. I mean, anyway, Praytell, child, he sung "The Man That Got Away" by Judy Garland. I was like, Praytell, oh God, he's so talented. Billy Porter is so talented. When I tell you he sung the hell out that song, ooh, child, that man sung the hell out that song. It was everything. Then after that, we see another nurse or doctor, and then Judy. He's woken up at this point, and he's actually out there in the main area. Like he actually walked out there and actually performing for the girls, but it was all in his head. Let me see. So we get to the AIDS cabaret. All the people are there. Last season it was just a few people there. It was Judy. It was the piano player who's bad. Bad in a good way. It was Blanca, Billy Porter, and then the rest was just, AIDS patients. AIDS and HIV patients. And so Judy looked snatched. She looked like a Christmas tree. She looked lovely in her green dress, aka Sandra Bernhard. I forgot that Sandra Bernhard can sing. So she went up there, child. She was the first. Now, the House of Ferocity, all the rest of the Evangelistas, House of Wintour, Kiki Pendarvis, all the girls are there. All the ballroom girls. It's packed. It's a packed house. Amazing that Blanca was able to put this together. So Judy get out there, and Judy sung "Sometimes It Snows in April" by Prince, child, in the Revolution. I was like, Judy, you better sing. It was so heartfelt. It was so powerful and beautiful, and very emotional. Very emotional. And the doo-wop pop girls was Damon, Ricky, and Lulu. I was just like, come on now. Is Ricky still a Wintour? I think he is. I hope Electra ain't that mean to put Ricky out just because he didn't get the Madonna thing. But I mean, she is. Once again, another one, Electra, a dark skinned woman, is just as mean as hell. It's like, come on, y'all, come on. But I digress. So we see Frederica there. Frederica had on a nasty dress, child. You know, I live for good old 80s, early 90s fashions. I live for it. So, Frederica came up there. She was just like, oh, you know, I done patronized myself after Elizabeth Taylor, darling, and all this kind of foolishness. And, I was just like, I know she about to show out, though. Child, she got up there and sung, I'm still here. My voice is not strong right now. I'm tired, y'all. Legendary, bro. And I was just looking at her. I was just like, I know that lady. Damn, that's Patti LuPone, child. Legendary actress and Broadway singer and musicals galore. She's fierce. She's fierce. She's six with the girls, Patti LuPone. She got up there and slayed the crowd. She sung down. Before she got up there and sung, though, she talking about, oh, I want to thank my good friend Blanca for inviting me here and all this kind of stuff. So Blanca, after the performance, she got a standing on. Everybody was feeling it. She did amazing. She hugged Blanca. And then she was just like, oh, wait a minute. I'm going to stay for the rest of the show, but wait a minute. Let me go make a phone call. Don't you know she went out there to call her funny looking son, and he putting the borders on Blanca's place. So after you done came to Blanca's event, or an event that Blanca put together, or helped put together, you sit up here around all these gays and transgenders and lesbians and the whole 9 yards, and all these people of all different shades, and you done hugged that lady. You done smiled up in that lady's face. You done smiled up in her friend's face. So you mean to tell me that you still gonna close Blanca Nail Salon? Ooh wee! Blanca's a good Christian woman. I would have took that lady out. How dare you? It's just so much disrespect on so many levels. I was just like, oh no, Frederica is a mess. Child, there was a scene where Electra got up there and sung. You know Electra, she want everybody to see her outfits, and she ain't gonna let nobody outdo her. Whether she can sing, dance, or whatever else, if she see that there's a mic and it's a chance for everybody to look at her, she gonna get up there. She sung up there, went up there, and sounded like Scrappy Doo. I was like, Electra, you a mess. Blanca, she gets up there and she finally tells the crowd that she has HIV. You could definitely see the face, Electra's face drop when she revealed that she has HIV. I think Electra's definitely gonna treat Blanca a little better, now that she found that out. Electra and Blanca always have love-hate scenes, but ultimately it's love. But it just takes a little minute to get there. But they do love each other. It's a competition all the time. So it's very sad. So then before Blanca performed, she went to go talk to Praytell. They got into a little argument. Praytell was still in his bed pouting. And she was just like, if you don't get your ass up, all these people that came here for you, and the doctor said that you're stable, that you're gonna be out in like 2 days. Like, get up and get dressed and stop acting ridiculous. Billy Porter said F you. She was just like, F you too. Just being friends. And so Billy Porter ended up walking out. Blanca was singing a song. Stevie Wonder, Love's in Need of Love Today, from Songs of a Minor album. Fabulous, great, inspirational, uplifting, beautiful song. There was another MJ and Billy Porter collaboration. It was beautiful. I have to say this. I know it's not her fault, but it's shocking when you look at Blanca and when you see Blanca and hear Blanca speaking voice, but then you hear that singing voice and you're like, oh girl, okay, it is what it is, ain't it? It's just like, I don't know why I always be shocked when I hear Blanca sing. She has an amazing voice, beautiful voice, but it's very much so her former self voice. It always sounds like it's recorded too. So I don't know. I guess they both record. I don't know how they do it, but Billy Porter's songs be sounding live, but MJ's always sound recorded. So I don't know. So they got up there and slayed. It was amazing, very emotional. Let me see. So there was a dinner scene. Blanca, she went by the salon, found out that her shit was boarded up, and she was just like, "Look, we all gonna be out there early in the morning, and we gonna protest Frederica because we sick of her." And the kids, they couldn't get out of this one. So the kids, of course, Billy Porter, it was just like, Frederica's a fraud or something that was holding up. She tied and through. Yes, she can sing, but she's evil, So all of a sudden we see Kiki Child twirling around the corner. We see Electra. Electra's just like, child, I want everybody to see my outfit. So Billy Porter rallied up all the ballroom girls. And, now they can definitely make some noise with this. We see Frederica and her funny looking son ride by in a limo. She was just like, oh shit, for real? Then she rolled off. I was just like, go get you. It takes all of us to stand together to make things happen. Wish that happened more often in today's time. Let me see. The last scene was Praytell. He's in his home. Then we end up seeing Candy in the mirror. Candy revealed that she's still very much so a part of the show, and that she is gonna haunt Praytell until he basically gives in and commits suicide. I was just like, damn, Candy, that's your role? Really, y'all? I would felt more comfortable just leaving Candy in the past. I mean, it's good to see her, but why? God. We're going to do better. But it's not just with... It's the world, though, that has to change their views and perspectives and opinions and things that we've been taught for black people, in particular, dark-skinned black people. Praytell was just like Jennifer Hudson and Jennifer Holliday. I'm not going. I'm staying. And I'm not gonna give in. So she was just like, hunt me. I just have a bad feeling that Praytell's gonna have a real moment where he's really, really down about something, or he's physically just not feeling it. And that's when Candy gonna pop up. You better take these pills, and he just might take it. I hope that don't happen, but I can definitely see it for sure. When you go through so much physical pain and just weak all the time, and you definitely have a breaking point where you're over it. But we're going to see. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at Iskizworld on Instagram and Twitter. At Iskizworld89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal. Run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. I'll see you guys later. Bye.